So today, to continue on with my typical weekend random streams, we're going to be playing a bit of Slay the Spire. I've been doing a lot of Sekiro, of course, in my episodics, and yesterday I played Kanagi Usagi, which is, well, honestly, it's basically a Sekiro clone, but with anime girls. It's a little gem of a game, believe it or not, but just looking for something a little more relaxing. So we are going to be attempting to Slay the Spire. It's been a while. I've certainly have not, I'm not a newbie at this by any means, but I have not played it in a while. So we are going to see how we can get on today. Of course, the basic class is fine. We got like a little strength character, the Ironclad. We have the Silent, who is my personal favorite. Little sneaky thief kind of guy, does a lot of, small damage and poison quickly. We've got the Defect, which is interesting. Kind of requires a lot of thought, in my opinion, because it's got a lot of orb maintenance, and it just honestly kind of not my vibe. And the Watcher, who is a monk. I don't think I've actually managed to beat the game with her yet. At least not get to the top of the tower. I haven't got any into the ascension runs. I think I have ascended once with the Silent. So basically each ascension just makes things a little bit harder than it was for the previous time. It adds a little restrictions and things like that. I do believe, just to start it out and get a feel for the game, we're going to go ahead with the Silent. Hello again, Space Whale. Reach the boss to receive more blessings. So we can either have the next 3 combats have 1 HP each, or I can increase my max HP by 7. Let's take a look at the map, because if we can get to an elite enemy within 3 encounters, that might be fun to do. So we're about 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's no way to get to an elite and get the easy kill on them. Might fight an elite anyway. But we'll just go ahead and get max HP plus 7. Should make things a little bit easier. Now, if you look at the legend on the right, we can kind of chart out our path, kind of like Peglin in reverse. So ultimately, we have to make it all the way up any one of these paths to get to the boss. So question marks are, they can be counters, they can be merchants, they can be treasures, or they can be unique things. We've got regular enemies, which we'll always start fighting a regular enemy. There's merchants, who we don't start out with a lot of money, so I'm probably not going to bother with this path here. Or there are little rest stations where you get to recover some health or upgrade one of your cards. So we're going to go ahead and start in the middle here, just to give ourselves a few options. So if you're not familiar, the game is a roguelike. Every time you play it, it's going to be a little bit different. When you play with cards, you can see every card has an action value up in the top here. And you have a certain amount of actions you can take per turn. Some cards, these are all ones. You have zeros, you have twos, you have threes. You can really balance out how you want to take your turn. And then on each enemy, you see how much health they have. You can see if they have any special abilities. And you can also see what they plan on doing. So this guy is going to attack for 6, as is this. So ideally, I want to kill at least one of them, or get some block going. So these guys, because they're going to curl up, when you hit them, they become armored. So the next hit, even though they only have 6 hit points, for the rest of this turn, they effectively have 9. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to block. No sense in taking damage early on when I can't kill them anyway. Because I have 13, that's going to come off of my block first and leave my health alone, which is obviously good. Alright, so we can apply 3 damage here. And apply 1 weak, which means now instead of 6, he's going to do 4 this turn, which is good. Because I can kill him. And I can block those 4. If I hadn't weakened him, I would have actually taken 1 damage that turn. Alright. And you can see I neutralize. I only have one on my deck, but it's already back because my starting deck is only 10 cards. So we'll go ahead and weaken him again. And that'll be enough to kill him. All right, so we're going to get 13 gold. That just kind of happens. And then we can choose. We don't have to take a card. The thing is, every card you add to your deck kind of dilutes your deck, so you can try to get your worst ones out again later. But you can see Slice here is exactly like my normal strike, except it costs 0 instead of 1. Or I can apply 5 poison, which does nothing as soon as it's applied, but they take 1 damage per poison they have, and it stacks, and then they lose 1 poison every turn. So the first turn you get 5 damage on them. Then it's their turn, they lose 1, and the next turn they'll take 4, but you can keep applying it and keep actually building that up to where I have done like hundreds of damage to a boss with poison before. So we're gonna try to get a poison run going. They're fun. All right, so we're going to start off neutralize. Now he's only going to deal 8 damage. I could block entirely, or I can deal some damage to him, but it's all right. I got plenty of time. Now we can poison him. And we are only going to be able to block 5 of this damage. He's going to do 7, and he's going to get himself some block. So he's kind of doing the same path that I am right now. All right, so he doesn't intend on hurting me at all this turn, but he is going to buff himself. So we're just going to take the opportunity to do as much damage as possible. So you can see that did stack where we had 5 poison, it dropped down to 4, now he's up to 9. And you can actually see on their health bar how much that's going to do, so you can actually plan out without having to do the math, which is nice. All right, so if we hit him for 6, oh yes, 17, we can deal 6 plus the 8. But instead, we are going to avoid taking damage this turn, because next turn he's going to be pretty much dead on poison. So all I have to do is take a little bit of damage off of him. You can see now that green goes all the way to the end of his health bar, meaning he is functionally dead. Alright, so potions are single-use items. This will give me 12 block if I use it. I can carry up to 3 at the moment. And we can apply 2 weak and gain 11 block. That's nice. Shivs deal 4 additional damage is a lot of fun if you have a Shiv deck. That's kind of the other common meta that I've seen with Silent. Either you can do poison or you can do Shiv. Or, if you get the right cards, you can do both. So we're going to go ahead and do that in the hopes that we get some Shiv cards. And I have 129 gold now. If I continued up this way, so no matter what, I'm going to hit an elite. But right now I could go to the merchant. I only have 129, which isn't terrible. But we're doing pretty good health-wise, so I'm not going to need to rest up necessarily before him. Now let's go to the merchant. So I can buy any of these cards from my class, which is good. Or I can buy these ones that are kind of colorless, like any class can use them. He sells some potions. He sells some relics that alter your run. So first HP you would lose every combat just is nullified. Or max HP raised by 10. Or whenever you break an enemy's block, they get 2 vulnerable, which means they take more damage. Or you can have him remove cards from your deck, which is also very useful because, again, it can kind of bleed through if you have too many cards. I think we are going to go with Noxious Fumes and Bane, which deals 7 automatically, but if they're poisoned, it does 14. Oh, but I do like Blade Dance. And I did just get the card that will make these stronger. Yeah, we're going Blade Dance for now. Oh, the little detail here, you're looking at his rug, and his rug is not for sale. All right, so we're going to move on. What do we got here? Shining Gold Idol. Looks incredibly valuable. Sure, nothing can go wrong with grabbing this, right? Oh, giant boulder smashes through the ground, so it's Indiana Jones thing. I could take 6 max HP damaged. I can be cursed with an injury, which is basically just a useless card that sits in my deck, which is annoying. Or I could take 19 damage. If I were to take the 6, I would still be up from my start. We do it with the injury because we can always remove it later. That's the thing, those curse cards, they are just cards. They can actually be removed like anything else. Alright, so I can upgrade 2 random cards at the cost of 15 health. Basically just make 2 random cards stronger. Or I could leave. I think we're going to do it, because the elites on this floor aren't too terribly bad. And unfortunately, they were my 2 basic cards. That's okay. Every little helps, right? Alright, so he is sleeping, which is kind of how it always goes here. At the end of his turn, he gains 8 block every turn, so that's kind of annoying. So we are going to start off by poisoning him, because that goes through block anyway. Blade Dance, so that right there is 3 cards that each deal 4 damage at a cost of 0, and I have the 1 in my deck that will make them do 8 instead of 4, so that's very helpful. He is not planning on attacking me, so I can just go all out and deal as much damage as possible. Oh, he's awake. Alright, that's all I can do for now. Alright, so he stunned that turn. Next turn, though, he plans on doing 18 damage, and that is going to hurt. So first off, let's go ahead and make those shivs worth more. Apply poison to him every turn. Gain 8 block, and we're going to go ahead and use this potion. Just to nullify any damage this turn. So that not just fumes, he's actually going to... That poison is going to tick up every single turn. Because he is going to continue to take damage. Or while it continues to drop down, he takes 2 new every turn. Alright, I don't have a lot to defend here, so we are going to definitely take some damage. Weakening helps. 5 block, and I guess we'll just do 2 more strikes. Still going to take 8 damage this turn, but that's alright. That's not terrible. I'm giving 5 more poison. So this turn, he wants to try to debuff me. He's not actually going to do any damage. So once again, we might as well just go all out. So any block that I use is going to be reduced by 1, and all of my attacks are going to be reduced by 1. But you know what? We're going to reduce his attack by 1. Got that Blade Dance. They now do 8 minus 1 because of my weakness, but still, that is 21 damage that we get right there. And I have no block anyway, so let's just do as much as we can. I think we've got him. Yep, he's got 10, and he's going to take 12 from poison. So that is that. Not bad. Killed our first elite, and I only took 1 hit. So anytime I play a power card, those are the ones like that accuracy and the noxious fumes that just continue to work throughout the game, I gain 2 hit points. Strength potion, and let's see here. If you happen to discard this, you gain an extra energy I don't really care about. Next turn, gain 2, or this is a block card that also gives me a shiv, so we're going to use that one. Now, I could heal up, Or I can do another enemy. You know what? Let's go ahead and heal up. Or do I want to make a card stronger? So that would give me 2 shivs instead of 1. Same, that'd give me 4 instead of 5. Shivs to go from 8 up to 10 damage using accuracy. If I upgraded that. By 7 poison. I'm going to upgrade accuracy. So now, every time we get that card that gives us 3 shivs, that's an immediate 30 damage that it's given us. Alright, well, apparently we are going to be doing a lot of defense this time. We'll poison the big guy. We'll deal 4 damage to the little guy. And we're going to defend. That's good because we're taking 11 damage and I got 14 block. Luke, hello. Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. All right. He's going to attack us, so we'll go ahead and weaken him. 9 damage to him and deal 6 damage to this guy. And we'll block. We're only going to take 1 damage. Okay. You know what? Let's have some fun with it. These do 10 damage each now. Alright, now we can get... All enemies lose 6 strength. We exhaust it. Deal 8 damage immediately, and next turn get an extra energy. Seems like a good plan. We get a treasure. Question card. Future card rewards have an additional card to choose from. Love it. Alright, so these guys are not super strong, but when they die, they make me too vulnerable, which is irritating. When we get to shivs, they will be stronger. We'll take that. Block. And take 1 damage. Next turn we'll have 4 instead of 3 total power, so that's good. I'm going to poison that guy for now. Gain 8 block. Gain another 8 block. Attack him, and we are not going to take any damage this turn. Blade Dance. That should actually just finish out the combat. There we go. What does a flex potion do? 1 turn gives you 5 strength. That's fine. Now we have 4 that we can pick from. This is fun. Automatically in your opening hand every turn, or every encounter. It is only usable once in the encounter, but it deals 11 damage for free. I mean, it's hard to say no to, isn't it? I think we're going to avoid this elite. And we're just going to start moving our way up to the boss. Alright, so let's get the free cards out of the way first. We will weaken him. Deal 11 damage. Use the shiv, so we get... or accuracy, so shivs do more damage. Now we're going to get 30 damage right off the bat. And we are going to first turn this guy. Excellent. Now, Storm of Steel. Discard your entire hand and replace everything with shivs. which with accuracy means I can basically get a whole grip full of 10 power. I like that. And what does it look like if we upgrade that? Ah, just deals 2 extra damage. So that means the accuracy would turn them into 12 power. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and upgrade that. Just imagine a whole grip full of free 12 power attacks. Love it. Alright, right off the bat, I cannot quite kill. But damn close. Alright, so this will give us 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll give us 30 total damage, which will not quite kill them because they do have that annoying curl up ability. But go ahead and do it anyway. First one will die. Second one will die, and we will take 5 damage. That's fine. We can take 5 damage. That's not going to hurt too bad. I think we are still well within the realm of healing to full before the boss, because there is a bonfire right before the boss. Alright, I can get more poison. Costs an additional for every time you lose HP this combat. But it does 12 damage for free for as long as you can avoid taking damage. You know what? I'm liking the shiv more than the poison meta this time. Alright, you're trying to hurt me, so we're going to weaken you right off the bat. We get our accuracy going. Get 11 damage. Block his attack. And damn near kill him. Alright, let's see here. He's going to be dealing 9 damage, which I could completely defend. You know what? Let's just take him out. We're going to block all incoming damage. Yeah, just. The next turn we get an extra power anyway. And we can cloak and dagger. Cloak and dagger. Excuse me. So that has me blocking almost everything. I'll deal with 1 point of damage. Actually, no, I won't. We'll just go ahead and kill him now. More deadly poison. Basically, you can use all the rest of your energy to next turn have that many additional cards and that much additional energy. We are just going to skip for now. My deck is already looking pretty thick. Alright. Much as I would love to do some more upgrade, I do want to have full health for the boss, or just 1 shy of full. We can deal with 1 shy of full. Alright, so he's not going to do anything initially, so we can just do damage. Started getting the poison going. Definitely would like to lay that on a lot thicker, just because he has so much health. He is going to do 42 damage to me next turn. You know what? Let's go ahead and strength up like crazy here. So this is going to do 15 damage now, and We'll gain some block. Now we will deal 13 per shiv. Very nice. And this is still going to hurt like hell. That's all right. Oh. Yeah, that hurt. All right, get some shivs in my hand. I still haven't found accuracy yet. That's a bit of a shame. Weaken him, so now he's only doing 4, which we can block. So we can just go all out, and we'll be fine. So he works in cycle based on these little flames around him. So that 42 will come back, but it's going to take a while. All right, Noxious Fumes. He is going to take a little extra poison every turn. Shivs are up. And we're going to go ahead and get some block. Basically just take a little setup turn here, which is fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. Now, Blade Dance is going to be pretty darn nice, because these do 12 each now. We'll Flying Knee to get some extra turn next turn. Block a bit. We'll deal 36 damage to him. Or 39 if you count the poison. All right. Next turn, he's not going to damage at all, so this is a good time to just put some more damage in. Defend is kind of meaningless this turn, but that's all right. All right. Let's see here. He's going to deal 14 damage. He has 62 total. I don't think we're going to be able to take him out this turn. Oh boy. Guess all we can do is deal some damage and hope for the best for now. The next part is I do just have to finish this, because at the end of each floor, you do wind up healing completely. All right, so we can do 11, 35 damage. He has 40 plus 11 poison, so we got him this turn. Just in with that final strike instead. All right, 104 gold. 4 plated armor, which means every turn you get armor automatically, and we get to add a rare card to our deck. Nightmare, choose a card next turn, add 3 copies of that card to your hand, but it costs 3 to use. Apply 6. Oh yeah, I like this one. So it poisons the enemy, and when then they die, its max HP is dealt to every other enemy. So you can basically chain an entire battle that way. And we get to choose a relic. The boss relics always have some drawbacks as well, though. So Runic Pyramid actually isn't bad. You keep all your cards at the end of your turn, which is not a bad thing. Sacred Bark doubles the effectiveness of potions. I don't use potions enough to really care. Or transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. So I don't remember if I get to choose which cards get transformed. But basically they'll become a random card and an upgraded version of that random card. And we're going to go ahead and do this. Okay, so I do get to pick which one, so that's good. Obviously, I don't want to get rid of any of the stuff that I picked up. I picked it all up for a reason. So I think we're going to get rid of 2 basic strikes and a defend. All right, so we got an upgraded... What do we get? All right, an upgraded Flying Knee, so instead of 8, we deal 11. Deal 8 damage. If they're weakened, you gain 1 and draw a card. I don't think I have anything that can weaken right now, so that's not going to really do much. But this is nice. At a cost of 0, next turn, your attacks deal double damage. That can be absolutely enormous. All right, so let's move on to Stage 2, or Act 2 as they call it, the city. So planning our route here, if I want to avoid encounters, I can actually avoid a whole bunch. I can avoid almost everything, actually, until I get to an elite. Ooh, but that's 2 elites in a row. Ooh. But if I go this way, I can actually manage just a couple with some rests in between. Yeah, I can actually do an almost pacifist run here. Let's do that just to see how that works out. So this guy is great to get poison onto, except the first 3 times he is debuffed, it's just automatically negated. But his block, this 40, doesn't go away on the end of his turns, which is really irritating. Well, let's see here. Get rid of 1 artifact. Just start chipping away at in his armor. Next turn I'll have an extra point, so that's good. So easy way to get through all of his armor is just to poison the hell out of him, which actually works pretty well. Yeah, for free. Next turn they all deal double damage. We'll take off another of his artifact, and let's replace these with some shivs just to start chipping away more at this armor. What is this little spooky face? Oh, next turn I double. Right, never do that. All right, taking 10 damage. Not thrilled about that, but it's okay. Now this turn, I'm going to deal double damage, and look at that, we got the Blade Dance. Neutralize, we'll take out his last artifact, so we can start poisoning him now. We'll defend, and we're going to get Blade Dance going. Finally, almost break through his armor. Still going to take 8 damage. That's less than wonderful, but it's all right. So now he is actually going to start taking damage. That's good. All right, 4 block. 10 damage. 8. And, oh, he's going to survive with 1 health. See, kids, math is good. Math is helpful. It would have prevented me from taking that damage. So he's up to 15 block, but that's not going to matter because the poison is going to kill him anyway. Not just for the fun of it. You can try to take him out anyway. Okay, there we go. I definitely could have used that block potion this time. I don't have a lot of cards that discard, but that can be a fun one if you have a discard meta going. Deal 12 damage and gain more fun stuff. We can do another backstab or 8 damage and 4 poison, which is basically just strike plus a little extra damage plus poison. Let's do that because too many innate cards just fill up your starting hand, because they do count towards your draw limit. Long line of hooded figures can be seen entering an unassuming cathedral. Naturally, you join the line and are quickly surrounded by cultists. They ignore you as they gleefully chant and wave their weapons around. Murder, murder, murder! I had a donation box. I can either take 99 gold, or at a cost of 6 damage, I can get a pretty damn good weapon, actually. So it deals 15 damage, which is pretty nice for 1 cost to begin with, and if you kill when you do hit with it, for the rest of the game, its damage is increased by 3. You can only use it once per battle. We're going to do that one. We'll take the damage. We got some bonfires coming up. In front of you sits an altar to a forgotten god. Atop the altar sits an ornate female statue with arms outstretched. She calls out to you, demanding sacrifice. So I can give her the golden idol and get a different relic. The golden idol is this one. It gives me 25% more gold. Or I can take a hit to gain 5 max HP, or I can just walk away, essentially, and take a curse. We're going to go ahead and give her the golden idol, which has been replaced with the bloody idol, which is whenever I gain gold, I heal 5 HP. I like that even better. Gently set the idol atop the altar. A cold wind swirls throughout the room. The arms of the statue begin to discolor and crumble. Your golden idol begins to dull in color and begins bleeding from its eyes. The bleeding never ceases. We get the Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose HP, draw 3 cards. Cool. Quick and easy, I like it. Yeah, we'll do this fight instead of going towards the 2 elites. All right. What do we want to do here? Let's set up. So our shivs will deal more damage. We will start poisoning all enemies. Double damage next turn. We'll deal 11 damage to you, why not? And we will go ahead and gain enough block to not take any damage this turn. Oh, so fun enough, these enemies have flying. So you have to hit them 3 times in 1 turn, otherwise they only take half damage. So let's cloak and dagger. So we're going to gain at least some, deal 20 damage, which is going to be halved, but still. Brings him down to 18, halved would be 9, but we can permanently increase our fatal dagger. So now, next time I see that thing in the next battle, it'll do 18 instead of 15. All right, so he's just going to hit me for a straight 12. He's going to hit me for 10 in 5s. But if I weaken him, that'll go down to 1. Yeah, because it'll just negate this. And it'll go to 1. Let's do that. We're going to weaken you. Sorry about your luck. Because he is weakened, this is going to get me additional energy and draw me another card. Love it. Now, it's Cloak and Dagger and Blade Dance. One more hit, and he's going to start taking full damage. So let's hit him with the Flying Knee, so we'll have extra damage next turn. We can kill him, which ironically makes weakening him rather pointless. And if I hit him one more time, he would have been on the ground, which would have made him skip his turn. All right, we're taking 6 damage. But I believe, if I remember correctly, we're getting a bonfire next anyway, so it's going to be okay. There we go. 11 gold, which does heal us for 5 right off the bat. Let's see here. Apply 3 weak and gain 14 block. That's pretty big. I think we're going to do that. Oh, but it costs 2 for... It's a pretty big block, and it applies weak. I don't have anything really giving me more energies right now. Okay, we'll get it. I wonder, I need to heal. I absolutely cannot do this right now, but... So that's good, because this would actually increase its increase by more every time. Where was that? Did I not grab the sweep kick? I thought I did. That's right. What does this do? 9 damage, or 9 poison, and good call. Okay. So we need to rest. It brings us up close to max. So if we don't take too much damage, we can upgrade at this next one. It is likely we're going to take some damage. I hate these guys. All right, poison everybody. And we're going to poison you. We're going to do some more poison to you. And we are going to hit you really hard. My hope is that we will get the corpse explosion that I could drop on him. And then he would do 53 damage to the other two once he died. Ritual, they gain 3 strength every turn, but if I can just deal 9 damage to him, it's going to be over. Oh, not quite. He will still be alive with 1 hit point. Nope, because he's poisoned. So yeah, this should just chain reaction kill everybody. Love it. And now we are really, really close to full health. There's that leg sweep. Okay, that was already the upgraded version, so that's why I was now able to see it, because it was already upgraded. All right, so we could grab another Noxious Fumes. Doubling up would give us an increase of 3 every turn. Let's go again, one of those Noxious Fumes upgraded. So if I get them both going, they're going to gain 5 every turn. Which, of course, is a net of 4 every turn that they are not getting. Oddly Smooth Stone. Start each combat with 1 dexterity. Meaning my blocks are better. Love it. Mr. Merchant, what have you got for us? Upgrade 2 random skill cards. Anytime you use a potion, gain 5 HP, or obtain an additional copy of every card in your deck. Could be fun. Apotheosis is a nice card, though. If you get it early on, or especially in like a boss fight, every single card in your deck gets upgraded for the rest of the combat. What else we got here? You know what? We're going to grab Apotheosis. And we are going to remove something. Just to pare down our deck a bit, because 28 is a lot. We're going to go ahead and get rid of... yeah, one of our basic strikes. And that is that for now. These guys, I can either give them all of my gold, which thankfully I just basically spent it all anyway, or I could try to fight all 3 of them, which I don't feel like, so we'll go ahead and pay them. Thanks for the gold. Oh, I love gold. It's so nice. Shiny, shiny chits they are. Hey, Bear, hey, this guy gave us all his gold. What a sucker, right? Get this, I just had it out of skin nicely. Who knew? I certainly didn't. What a chump. Gang, let's all have a laugh for this wondrous occasion. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, joke's on you. I already spent all my money. Should ask for the cards that I just bought. All right, Smith, let's get something else. Apotheosis will only cost 1 now. I like that. Is that 2 points is the only part of that one that I didn't particularly care for? You find yourself in a room filled with racks of test tubes, beakers, flasks, forceps, pinch clamps, stirring rods, tongs, goggles, funnels, pipettes, cylinders, condensers, and even a rare spiral tube of glass. Why do you know the name of all these tools? Doesn't matter. You take a look around. Find some potions. All right. Fairy in a bottle. If you die, come back to life with 30% and discard. So it's the Legend of Zelda one. Play the top 3 cards of your discard pile. Or gain 4. I like to still chaos because it's just a massive screw you to the enemy most of the time. 4 block 1 time or 12 block 1 time or 4 block every turn for 4 turns. we're going to go ahead and get rid of this, and we're going to take the Distilled Chaos. That way I still have the block potion as a no shit if I need it. Alright, every time he takes damage, he gains 3 block. And he's intending to attack me for 21, which I don't like. But I can do this. You can sleep the legs, Johnny. We have 15 block, and he's going to do 15. It's like Kismet right there. Oh. And my heal hook is powered up because he's weakened. Next turn, deal double damage and gain an extra point of... Yep, I like it. This is a good setup. So next turn, we're going to deal double damage, and we have an extra action point to use for that double damage. And we're taking no damage ourselves. He is still weakened for 2 turns. Okay, so accuracy to make these 3 shivs and this shiv all more effective. I could gain 6 block, which means I would only take a grand total of 2. Or I could make everything... You know what? This combat's not going to go long enough. We'll go ahead and reduce the amount of damage we're taking. Oh, yeah. Definitely not going on for very long. 11 gold. Cultist Potion. Gain 1 ritual, so at the end of every single turn you gain a strength. Boy, I like that. Not the safest move, but we're doing it anyway. This is a fun one. It has to be in your hand when there's no other cards in your draw pile. Deals 50 damage to all enemies. But that is so specific, I never bother with it. I like the idea of it. I have literally never used it at any effectiveness. All right. Let's... well, we don't need to rest up, so let's just go ahead and one more time increase our abilities. So that'll deal 15 automatic at the beginning of every turn. We can deal 15 damage. Or neutralized, be 4 damage and 2 weakness. Add an extra shiv to our hand, which I do like a lot. 6 block, so it's the same amount of block. We don't get any extra block for that. Let's go ahead and we're going to play dance. Because that is one action point for 4 cards then. That's pretty darn good. All right, setup. We're going to get accuracy first. We are going to start the poison route. Heal hook, don't do much right now, but he's not going to hit us anyway, and we'll deal 11 damage. He is going to summon some minions. You know what? I should have started off. Okay, so starting next turn, we're going to start gaining strength every turn. So that's good. Burying a bottle's fine. We could distill chaos and just start dealing some damage to him. Let's hold off for now. Oh, that's right. That injury, I really should have gone ahead and gotten rid of that at the merchant. All right, next turn, everything deals double damage. We are going to deal 2 poison to everybody every turn. Put more poison on him. I'm going to take a lot of damage still this turn. Shiv him, and let's go ahead and get the distilled chaos going. Apotheosis, Flying Knee, and Noxious Fumes. So we're going to be dealing 5 poison every single turn. The Apotheosis upgraded every card in our deck. I like that. That was good. That was a very good use of a potion. Still going to be hurting quite a bit here. Boy, we have a lot of options right now. So we have 14 damage coming at us. Well, certainly we're going to Blade Dance. And Cloak and Dagger. So we got 4 24 power shivs. And we will Poison Stab. So I'm going to completely block one of theirs. I'll take 7 damage. He's got 19 poison already, and we will... 40. You know what? We're going to take 0 damage. And our dagger is now worth 23 every time we use it. Alright, he's got some block, but I still feel like we're going to be kind of embarrassing this boss overall. Alright, neutralize you. Flying Neon, why not? And we'll get some shivs. I know he's going to summon some new minions, but at least for now we are taking no damage. Still doing a shitload of damage to him. Alright, what did he hit us with? There we go. 50% more damage for 3 turns. That sucks because he's going to try to hit us for 31. We need to try to end this turn. 25% less from block, which negates that additional that I have. And weakened, but my strength is actually stronger than his weakened, so I'm dealing extra damage still anyway. Alright, now how can we finish this off? I'm going to give him 9 more poison first off. Another pair of shivs. And this should actually do it. Because he's going to take 36 and he has 32 health. That's the end of the combat. So that is going to bring us on to the final act. Regen, that's good for a boss fight. Deal 8 damage twice. Decrease by next. Okay. Taking a random potion. Whenever you play a card, deal 1 damage to all enemies is a fun power. Especially if you... There's a power, if I remember correctly, every time you deal damage, you also deal a poison. So 1,000 cuts, you're just continuously piling it up. Alright, so we can draw 2 extra turns, but it randomizes the cost of all of the cards in your deck, which is horrible. Fusion Hammer, gain 1 at the start of your turn. So I gain an extra energy every turn, but I can no longer smith, so I can't upgrade cards anymore. Or all enemies will deal additional damage, but you get an extra at the start of every turn. I think I would rather do this one because we don't have that many more smithing opportunities anyway. And Apotheosis kind of negates the need in long battles anyway. Alright, so if we want to get up as painlessly as possible, we have a bit of a pacifist route. It's not perfect, but we could avoid fighting any elites. Just fight some minor enemies and some question marks. Yep, I'm going to wuss out. I'm going to do it that way. Alright, so accuracy. That'll increase our shivs, which we're going to go ahead and put into our hand. So we have 5, so that's 50 damage total right there. However, he's going to deal us 3 every time we do anything to him, so we want to try to get him as quickly as possible. Ooh, that'd have been fun. Alright, let's just... Oh. Oh. We might be able to single turn this. Or at least damn close. They're not hurting me this turn anyway, so I can just replace these with shivs. Ah. So close. Yeah. So Dazed is annoying. It's just another unplayable card. Really doesn't matter in this case, though, because we're just going to finish it off. Ghost in a Jar. This is a... Oh, it's a potion. Which, for one turn, you take all damage and HP loss goes down to 1. So that can be very useful on those massive attacks. And we can... I think we might just keep what we got for now. I don't see anything that's like, and I have to have that. Jutting from the chaotic terrain around you, a bony sphere surrounds a mysterious glowing object within. While you are curious what lies inside, you notice some sentries keeping an eye on it. So I can fight them and get a rare relic, or I can just leave. You know what? We're in good shape. Let's go ahead and fight them. As soon as you strike the sphere, the sentries spring to life around you. Fight. At the end of its turn, it gains 3 strength. That's going to be a problem. All right. Poison them continuously. Get some shivs going. Yeah, block and a shiv. Can backstab 1. And shiv him and gain more energy next turn. And we are about to get hurt. Could go ethereal now. Let's see how we get on first. Let's go ahead and take this hit. Okay. So we can corpse explosion him. So as soon as he dies, the other one's dead too. This is good. Blade Dance just to get ourselves some extra hits. Let's see where these get us first. Storm of Steel will just end this battle. There we go. Too easy. Energy is now conserved between turns, so if I don't use all of my energy, I will get to keep it for next turn. That is a good one. I like that, because it gives you a random card. Usually fairly helpful. You get to pick from 3 of them, and it's free the first turn. Oh, do more noxious fumes. Liking the blade dances, though. Our accuracy is really helping us out on that. Hello, Mr. Merchant. Let's finally get rid of that curse that I got so long ago. Are any of these really worthwhile? Add a random skill to your hand and it costs 0 this turn. So basically that's just like the potion I just got, except it's a one-time thing. Infinite Blades. Every single turn, you get a shiv. Love it. It's one of my favorites. Oh, boy, this would have been a really good one if I had paid attention before I started spending money. Apply 4 poison to all enemies at the start of combat. Okay, so that's only one time. That's not every turn. Grade 2 random attacks. Anything with strike deal an additional 3 damage. Okay, so none of that's all that great. That's fine. I don't feel so bad about my choices now. You happen upon a group of what looks like purple fire sprites dancing around a large bonfire. The sprites toss small bones and fragments into the fire, which brilliant erupts each time. As you approach, the spirits turn to you expectantly. Receive a reward based on the offer. So I can give it a card. If I give them like my basics, I get nothing. I think I get really good ones if I throw like the rare cards. You know what? I don't really care for this leg sweep so much. Let's go ahead and throw that in. You toss an offering into the bonfire. The flames erupt, glowing significantly stronger. The spirits dance around you excitedly, filling you with a sense of warmth. You're healed full HP. Excellent. Yep. I'm glad I'm at full health. Alright, weaken you. Backstab you. Poison you. Get some shivs. Get some defense. Make you regret your life choices. Alright, he is not weakened, so that's... Right? All's weak is gone? Yeah. Here, let's see here. I would love to hit that as the final hit. But for now, let's go ahead and knee hook, or heel hook. Flying knee. Survivor. Give it... Yeah. We'll be taking 4 damage this turn, but that's okay. I'll just finish off that combat. Oh, and I healed the full, that's right. I always forget about the bloody idol. Gain 8 block, draw 2 cards. That's a fun one. It deals 9 poison. Kind of randomly. Ooh. Apply 4 poison and 2 weak to all enemies. But that one exhausts, so we don't keep getting that one back the way we would the bouncing flask. You know what? We're good. We're going to skip card for now. This guy dies in 5 turns. He loses strength for every damage he takes. So basically, he's going to try to hit me every turn. But if I can hit him hard enough, he will barely hurt me. Yeah. Alright, 1,000 cuts, so we deal extra damage to him. Backstab is free. There's no reason to poison him, honestly. But he just goes away at the end of 5 turns. You can't really wind up dealing that much damage to him before he goes away anyway. Alright. So I'm going to take 5. That's not horrible. Now I need to deal 40 damage to him. With that accuracy, that actually shouldn't be too bad. Alright, and weaken him. Cloak and dagger, cloak and dagger. Because now we can get him down to where he's not doing any damage to us anyway. Yep, he's going to do 0. Love it. Yeah, we want to 18 damage right off the bat. Heal 8 because he's weakened anyway. Heal 10. And now we get enough block to where it does nothing. This is a really weird misshapen enemy, though, isn't it? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, so many shivs this turn. Just to make sure we make quota next turn, we'll Phantasmal Killer. We will shiv the hell out of him. Every single time, we're basically effectively doing 11 to him because we deal extra damage from the 1,000 cuts. Yeah, we did 94 damage to him that turn. Awesome. That's a pretty big turn. And this should be his last turn. So he's got 70 points. That hurts. But each of these deal 20, so we're actually going to be just fine. Yeah, why not? Got a ton of block and all of our cards are upgraded. 110 damage this turn. And he dies. We heal back up to full. +7. It really wants me to take this, doesn't it? Tempting as it is, we're going to leave it alone still. Well, I can't smith. Resting is pointless. I'm already at full. That's all right. We are going to move on anyway. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to an ancient spirit. I can either gain 100 gold, or I can gain 275 gold and lose HP equal to the number of cards in your hand anytime you have this card in your hand. Yeah, we don't need gold that much. We'll go ahead and just take 100 of it. As your hand touches the shrine, gold rains down from the ceiling, showering you in riches. Hooray. The Mercury Hourglass. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Sure. Why not? It's like free poison, essentially. So, we get dexterity up, and we just deal 3 damage right off the bat. Thank you very much. He is going to debuff me. Not deal any damage to me. Alright, next turn everything is double. We'll go ahead and shiv up. Let's get him some damage. Not a bad opening turn. 43 damage. Constricted hurts. That's basically just poison. Except at the end of my turn instead of at the start. Don't love that. Alright. Nothing we can really do for it except to just try to hit him as hard as we can. This turn is going to hurt, though. I don't really think Apotheosis is necessary, just because this fight is going to be over soon anyway. Not soon enough, he's still going to be hurting me. Yeah, this is going to hurt a lot. It's alright, we got another bonfire coming up soon, and he is now dead. Could have used that a while ago. 9 extra poison, deal extra poison. Yeah, sure, why not? Do all the stuff, because he's dead anyway. Oh, actually, I'm glad I got the block up. I forgot about the constricted. Heh. Ooh, that fight hurt a lot. Nope, we're going to keep going on our, going with the deck we have. As it is bigger than I would like anyway. What have we got here? Got 2 extra cards at the start of combat. We're already doing that anyway. Unplayable status can now be played. I don't have any status cards right now, so I'm good. Shuffle your discard and draw together and grab a card. We can have another Apotheosis, but that's kind of pointless. I do like Bane, and it's cheap right now. I don't have enough gold for... Costs 125, really? I thought it was only 75. Oh well. Moving on. As you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip. You begin to fall. While in free fall, you consider your options. Land safely with your greatest techniques, channel the power to survive the fall, or strike at the wall to hang on to it. So I will lose one of my cards. Yeah, we'll lose the strike. You're able to latch onto the wall and manage to make a short hop onto another stable platform. So essentially, it just removed a card for me, which is fine. I would prefer the non-plus version of it, but it's fine. All right, so we definitely want to leave one for Storm of Steel. I need to get rid of him. In 3 turns, he is going to deal 30 damage to me. In fact, I would really like to be rid of him this turn. Start poisoning him because he is going to hurt me every time I hit him. 18. Boom. Love it. That's now stronger. And heal hook. Don't have... Okay. So now we're going to take 0 damage. And we will get ourselves some upgraded shivs. Alright, so we should take 0 damage this turn. Don't love that they're dazing me. Infinite Blades. Shiv every single round. Shivs in hand. Get some block. Flying knee. Kill you. Put the hurt on you. We're going to leave you alone in hopes that I can just get some more poison going. Decrease the amount of damage that I have to deal to myself. Oh, good. He has +5 thorns now. Right. Poison everybody. Phantasmal Killer, which will decrease the number of hits that I have to deal to him next turn to kill him. And we will get rid of that. Then we're going to take a couple of points of damage, but not bad. You know what? If I corpse explode him and kill him, then I'm never even going to have to touch the thorn guy. Perfect. We're going to gain 5 hit points back, and we will add a card. No, we won't. One last heal before the boss. I don't actually know this boss. Heals 10 HP at the end of every turn. Anytime I play a power card, he gains a strength. So all of my, all the stuff that continuously happens. He hasn't awakened yet. So he intends to deal 20 damage, but he hasn't awakened yet. I don't know what that means. Let's get 54 damage on the table here. Double damage next turn. It's going to increase his strength, but that's fine. What do we got here? Let's add a random skill to our hand. Double the enemy's poison. Yes, sir. We're going to do that. And let's go ahead and set up some regeneration because we are about to take 21 damage, apparently. But he is going to do 54 damage pretty much next turn, even if I just leave him alone. I like that. Alright. Apotheosis, accuracy, 42 damage to you. Oh, I didn't even need to do that because the other guy is going to explode and kill him. Alright, Shiv. It's poison on him. Yeah, 2 Shivs that are dealing double damage is better. Okay, he's gonna die, deal 54 to all of them. Love it. I don't know what happens when he awakes. That's kind of terrifying to think about. Wow, that's a lot of blades. Oh. Oh well. Let's get 1,000 cuts going. Because all these are going to deal even more damage. Bad news is he's doing 36 damage to me next turn. Or this turn, rather. Good news is I have 49 and I've got my fairy in a bottle if necessary. Oh, that hurt. Alright. Cloak and Dagger. Weaken him. Flying knee. We might as well go ahead and get our blocks up. Give him down. If I had to guess, we should be able to win this next turn. Let's see here. Flying knee. Poison stab, deal 8 damage and 4. Block. We might as well because it doesn't hurt anything. 21 block. He is dealing 28, so that's 7. I'm going to survive this. And he's down to 10 health, so there is... Unless he awakens when I kill him. I'm a little nervous he's going to awaken when I kill him. I have no idea what the unawakened means. Let's find out. Shit. This is probably bad. This is probably extremely bad. Alright, so that's going to deal 12 per instead of 10. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh. Okay, well, that was pointless. But I can't do anything anyway. I guess first we have to wait for him to awaken. Oh. Well, alright then. Whoa! Oh, wow. 44 damage coming. That's a lot. Especially when I have almost no way of getting any block. Alright, so I am probably going to die, but my fairy will bring me back. All we can do for now is just take a ton of his health away from him. Pretty good turn. Yep. Alright. Fairy brought me back, but boy, am I in trouble now. I don't think we get out of this. was a good run, but this is where it ends. I don't have enough to block it. Well, not bad. A nap sounds good indeed. All right. So we beat 50 total floors, killed 16 elites, 16 enemies, 1 elite, 2 bosses, 15 mystery machines. I'm not sure what that means. All right. We have enough time, I think, to go for one more. I really don't feel like doing the ones that require thinking. We're going to go with the easiest one here, the Ironclad. So instead of dealing with poison and shivs and things like that, this one kind of deals more with blocking. Yes, hello again, weird spectral whale thing. Max HP plus 8. So every combat I heal 6 hit points from my starting relic. I could get rid of that and grab a random boss relic. Don't really care to do that. I could choose a rare colorless card to obtain. That's like that Apotheosis. I think we're going to do that. So, deal 20 damage, and if that kills the enemy, you gain 20 gold. Love it. Every time you play 5 cards in one turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies. That is really good with Silent because of all the shivs. Or set up a bomb that at the end of 3 turns deals 40 damage to everybody. You know, Panache is free. 5 cards in a single turn. I only have 3 energy. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that very often, because there aren't as many free cards for the warrior. We're going hand agreed. Now let's look at the pathing here. If I just go hard right the whole way, it's just a whole bunch of enemies and bonfires. Left is pretty much the same, with some more question marks thrown in. Yeah, we're going to go hard left. Yeah, it's much more basic. You're the only one who's going to be trying to hurt me anyway. You're going to slime me, I believe, or lick me, disturbingly. Hand of Greed, eh? So if I can deal 6 damage to him, then he is within 20, which gains me 20 gold. Love it. Thunderclap, 4 damage and vulnerable to all enemies. So they take extra damage for a turn. Gain 5 block and deal 5 damage is nice. Fire Breath is interesting if you have a whole bunch of like injuries and things like that. Every time you draw those, it deals 6 damage. I tend to try to avoid those anyway, so I think we're going to go with the Iron Wave. A little offense and defense at the same time. Strange blue humanoid with a golden helm approaches with a huge smile. Hello, friend. I am Cleric. Are you interested in my service? The creature shouts loudly, so I can either heal for no reason, locked because I don't have 50 gold, or I can just leave. I do believe we are just going to leave because I don't have the 50 gold and I don't need to heal. You don't trust this cleric, so you leave. Actually, I do trust him. I just didn't have the money for the only thing I needed. Feel bad thinking he doesn't trust me, or him thinking I don't trust him. All right, so let's go ahead and gain 20 more gold. Voop. And let's just block this turn. Take no damage. So we are blocking all of his damage already, but we can't quite seal the deal. But it's alright, because we're going to take no damage. That Hand of Greed did not go into exhaustion. So I can just kill him with the Hand of Greed again and get 20 more gold. Greedy indeed. Excellent. Look at that, we are almost up to our starting gold total again already. Dropkick. Deal 5 damage. If he's vulnerable, gain 1 and draw a card. Kinda like that. Flex is just this turn you gain 2 strength, or at the end of a turn lose 1 HP but deal 5 to all enemies. A little bit of self-damage, a lot of enemy damage. Like it, taking it. We're moving on without thinking too much about it. Alright, so we can negate all except 1 point of damage and heal 6. That's good enough. Because I will heal 5 at the start of my next combat anyway. Can't quite make this work this time. Unless we get back in our hand, which is entirely possible. Let's gain all the block. Deal 6 damage. So we have negated any damage he deals to us. Come on, Hand of Greed. There it is. I like Hand of Greed. I don't know why I was debating grabbing something else. Alright, Strength Potion, why not? And exhaust 1 card to draw 2 cards. Exhaust means it's gone for the rest of the combat, which isn't necessarily the worst thing. Let's draw 2 cards. This is kind of fun. It deals 12 damage, costs 2, but you can upgrade it continuously. Most cards can only be upgraded once. I don't care about any of those enough. We're going to keep our deck for now. We're going to go this way. We're going to go ahead and upgrade a card instead of fighting the elite. Five. We are definitely taking some damage this time. About 9. I'll take 3 damage this turn, or I could take 0 damage this turn, other than the 1 self-inflicted, which will come off at the block. Yeah, we'll do that. Eight plus 2 vulnerable. Okay, 5 block. I'm taking a lot of damage this turn. This combat, rather. Alright. Gain 3 block, plus another 3 block. That vulnerable is... that's rough. But I should be able to finish it off this turn. I can Hand of Greed him. I can strike him. At the end of combat. Okay, so that is the healing that I'm going to get. 61 out of 80 still isn't bad. Randomly play the next card and then exhaust it. Kind of sucks. Deal 6 damage plus 2 for everything in my hand that says strike. Or not in my hand, in my deck. What do we have? We have 5 strikes plus itself. So that'd be 6 instances of strike, so it would deal 18 damage. For 2, though. I think we're good. We're going to keep our nice lean pile that gives us our Hand of Greed relatively quickly. What happens if we increase this? Deal 25. Yes, sir. We're going to do that. All right. So moving on, we get to the merchant. 162 is actually not bad. That Hand of Greed's been doing the work. Ooh, so that one that we had earlier dealt 11 to an enemy and was always in our hand at the start. This one deals 8 to everybody, always at the start. I like that. 50% discount on all products. Interesting for long-term purposes. Yeah, we're going to do that. So now everything costs half. Oh, include card removal. Yeah, that was a good long-term strategy. Now we just have to make sure we angle for merchants whenever possible. Let's see here. Still deal 1 to myself, but deal 7 to all enemies. Yep, I like it. The Gremlin Horn. Anytime an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. Very handy. I like that a lot. You come across an inconspicuous pedestal with a shining gold idol sitting peacefully on top. Okay, this one again. You know what? I like the extra gold. I could take 20 damage. I could become cursed with the injury again. Yeah, let's do that. That one's not the worst, and now it's only going to cost 38 to remove it anyway. And it's going to make me pay for it right off the bat. The injury. Okay. Let's see here. So we are going to take 10 damage. That's okay. Not ideal, but it's alright. And agreed. Sure, I'll just go ahead and kill you. Gave me an extra energy, so I can combust and defend. So I'm going to take 5 damage, and well, 6, I guess. He's going to take 7. Now, if I don't want him to have stolen that money permanently, we need to get on with killing him. Taking a lot of damage this time. Alright, so he is just going to try to abscond with the money that he has stolen now. But we're not going to let him do so. Yeah, he stole 35 gold from us. Snecko oil. So draw 5 and randomize the cards of the cost, but only in your hand. That's not terrible. We don't have to use it. Pommel Strike. Deal 9 and draw a card. That's just a straight upgrade from a strike, so we're going to go ahead with that. Oh, I would love to rest right now, but I really want to get rid of that injury. Fine. What else did he have? Nothing actually all that great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that. Didn't really give up any huge opportunity by getting rid of that injury. Oh, this guy's irritating. So he will split into weaker as soon as he loses half of his health. So half of 67 is 34. I would have to deal an additional 8 damage to him, which I don't have. So we're going to take some more damage. Ow. Alright, but now he is going to split in half. So he's not going to attack me this turn. He's going to make 2 that have equal to whatever his health is right now. So we can actually just make them a little bit easier. So now instead of 2 28s, he's going to have 2 16s. If I get my hand agreed, that's an immediate on one of them. Right. I can kill one completely. 9. So that would only be 15. So no matter what, I'm going to take 10 damage. I might as well at least get rid of one. Oh, I forgot to get an extra point. I could have actually defended some of that damage. That's what I get for not paying attention, I guess. Alright, we're going to strike. And we're going to iron strike, and that's good for now. Because he's not dealing any damage anyway. Perfect. This is what I was looking for. I could take 2 damage, deal 5. 4, and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. I like that. Come on, no fight, no fight. Good. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, a wall slams down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 face materials from the walls and speak. Forget what you know and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. So I can either remove a card from my deck, transform a card, or upgrade a card. We're going to go with the upgrade because we've already removed that injury. So that would be 10 and 3 vulnerable. Or 7 damage, and I'll get 1 vulnerable. 7 block, 7 damage. Yeah, I like that. Satisfied, the walls in front of you merge back into the ceiling, leaving a path forward. So we leave, and we rest, and we cross our fingers because we are going into this fight with far less than max hit points. Alright, so he plans on blocking this next turn. And after 30 damage, he's going to shift into defensive mode. So we're going to bust. Draw 5 more and randomize everything. Gain 2 strength. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and gain 2 strength. And we're going to apply vulnerable to him. Okay. So I need to deal 22 total damage in order to disrupt him. Nine more. Yeah, we got this. That's fine. Let's keep the vulnerability going. And he went into defensive mode, which is fine. It's fine. But now he gets some thorns, if I remember right. Yep. Every time I attack him, I'm going to take 3 damage. We'll go ahead and get some block going. I'm going to take 3 damage total, including my combustion. I can deal with that. Vulnerable completely gone now. That's a shame, but look at that. We can put it right back on. Deal 11 damage. Card was a little pointless, but that's okay. This is going to hurt. 14 damage. And now he takes 40 to go down again. But we can deal 10. Ah, damn. I don't have enough for that anyway. 7 block, 9 damage. Probably our best option. We're going to take 13. Oh. I am not in good shape right now. Let's go ahead with the Snecko oil. Let it randomize everything. Oh, Hand of Greed is only 1 point now. We got a free strike. Free defend. This is going to be really close. Getting 2 more vulnerable. Get some block. Cool. Yeah, I've got basically 1 more turn. Nope, not even. I was not counting the reflective damage. That was pretty sad compared to the last one. What I got, 457 points versus 92 on this one. Definitely tell I'm more familiar with Silent. All right, I think we're going to call it a day for now. I always love playing this game. I hope you all don't mind. I was feeling a little low energy. Not really feeling like banging my head against the wall today, but I had a good time. This game is much more strategic, you know, a little less action focused, a little more brain focused. I plan on getting back into Sekiro tomorrow. We are kind of towards the end of the middle third of the game, if you will. So I've got to fight a boss, and then I've got just kind of the final areas, which Fountainhead Palace is very large. I'm going to go back into Hirata Estate because I intend to do that portion of the game as well. And I mean, of course, we're going to have to fight the Demon of Hatred as well, because that's just a fun old Dark Souls style fight. So I probably have, I would guess, 2 more streams in Sekiro that are going to be coming up throughout this week. So if you enjoy what I do here, if you would, please drop a follow if you're on Kick, or if you're watching this on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, do all those things that the algorithm likes. It would really help me out. I will talk to you all soon as I'm sitting back in this seat for some Sekiro. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great day.